Shoo. All right. We live. Got my headphones on, right? All right, cool. All right, so this is my first video in a minute. We're going to talk about CBD. Um, I'm doing this video partly because I'm a Bill Burr fan, and he said that he used to call in on a phone and just rant about stuff, and then just hang up the phone, and that's how he got started with with his with his podcast or whatever. So I'm hopping on the podcast thing, um, and it is what it is. We're going to talk about CBD. I created a business, a company that I'm the owner of, and we sell CBD products. And I'm having to jump through a lot of hoops, a lot of red tape, in order to get anything done with this business. The government does not want to make it easy for business owners selling things legally, uh, especially things that the pharmaceutical companies can get to first. Government's not making it easy on us. Um, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about CBD, see if I can bring some awareness to exactly what's going on with the state of CBD. Um, so let's get into it. What is CBD? CBD is something that's found in hemp. It's one of the two main cannabinoids, one of the two main chemicals found in hemp. Um, the other is THC. THC is the cannabinoid that makes you feel high. And yeah, so CBD and THC are different. If you smoke weed or you using gummies and with THC in it, or if you're using stuff that's not valid, like hasn't been validated, hasn't been tested by a legitimate third-party testing facility, then you might have good quality stuff and you might not have good quality stuff. Look at this one hair. Okay, got one hair. Um, yeah, you might have good quality stuff, you might not. You won't know um, because there's no quality control. So it's always good to have quality control, which is why I started my company. We have great quality control. We have a certificate of analysis for every batch of CBD that we put on the market, uh, from our CBD oils to our muscle sticks, our muscle rub that helps with arthritis pain and helps fight inflammation. And it's a topical that you use. And we also have CBD gummies that are all THC free. It's just CBD. Um, but that's my shameless plug. Now let's take a look at why and how we're even able to use and sell CBD. Um, so in 2018, there was a farm bill that was passed. And as a part of the farm bill that was passed, um, it allowed us to start. And when I say us, I mean like it allowed our government to view CBD as not a controlled substance any longer. So at first, CBD, THC, anything uh, that was ingestible that came from hemp or marijuana, cannabis, any of that stuff, it was viewed as a narcotic or a controlled substance. So basically, if they found it in your possession, you're going to jail, and if you get convicted, you could potentially go to prison. But now, because for decades and decades and decades, at least in America, people have been using it. Enough people use it over time to slowly but surely, um, have our government officials look at it and say, okay, we failed at prohibition with alcohol. We failed. We outlawed alcohol, and then we started stock car racing. So not only did we outlaw alcohol, but with the outlaw, we created two things. You created stock car racing, and you created moonshining and moonshiners and all of that stuff. And so they took the prohibition away, and guess what stuck? Two industries: stock car racing and the alcohol business, which is huge, big part of our economy. Um, and I believe that the same thing is happening with hemp, marijuana, cannabis, all those products, because people use it. People are going to use it, whether it's legal or illegal. And so I think our government is finally seeing that we need to pull back the regulations on it. But with that, because we're in America and we're a big corporation, I think that, this is where I kind of dive into my conspiracy theory a little bit. But I think that our government is gonna be real strict on people like me, the small business guy who doesn't have hundreds of millions of dollars to lobby and get people in office. Because I can't do that, they're going to give the leeway to big pharma, who has the money to back who they want. So that way, the politicians will create the programs and create the policies that help the pharmaceutical companies. Not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm just saying, okay, if I was the pharmaceutical company, I'd do it. If I had $100 million in my pocket and my pharmaceutical company was worth, $3 billion, and I know that in 10 years I'd have $50 billion if I get if I lobby and I back certain people, I might do it. Probably. That's a nice little legacy that you leave for your family of 50 million bucks or $50 billion. Um, and that's, of course, that's just me sitting here um, fantasizing about that. I have no idea if I'd actually do it, but sitting back just thinking about it, it's like, all right, you know, I might do it if I was in that position. So I'm not upset with them. I just think that there's no equity in it. Talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, I'm not included in that. We got diversity of wallets here. My wallet's on the lower end. But anyway, so we've got that stuff that I think's happening. End of conspiracy theory stuff. But the short of it is that hemp is now legal, um, and specifically the CBD from hemp is legal, um, to buy and sell. In most states, there's a small handful of states where it's still illegal to sell CBD. But most states, the vast majority of states, it's legal to do. So we're going to get back to the Farm Bill. Um, the AMS, which is the Agricultural Marketing Service, um, which is a U.S. government agency, issued a notice to trade stating that the USDA, okay, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, had begun the process of gathering information to initiate rulemaking to implement a program for the commercial production of hemp. Okay. Didn't say that the USDA could. It said the USDA already had. So the government's already given itself a leg up, and that's fine. Okay, it's fine. They create the rules and whatever, as long as they're transparent about it. Okay, so they finally told the little guy. So the little guys started putting up dispensaries all over. That's why you drive around and you see all these dispensaries going on. Okay, because of the 2018 Farm Bill. Okay, that's why you see billboards while you're driving around for physician offices or like legal offices saying, hey, do you need a medical marijuana card so you can shop at this dispensary? You know, some smart people are figuring out how to, how to navigate this system. Okay. They're figuring it out, and I'm trying to figure it out too, because this business is my retirement plan. And so yeah, that's it. That's it for the 2018 Farm Bill. That's it for my first post back, my first video back. If you're shameless plug again, if you're interested, we've got local American CBD here. Bing. It's some good stuff. 300 milligrams and all the in the of CBD and the CBD oil. Okay, it's not hemp oil, it's CBD oil, and that's the thing. So let me get into a little bit more why I started my business. This is why I'm a big fan of Bill Burr, the comedian, because he rants, and I identify with that. So I'm sorry if you're not a ranter, but yeah. So here's one of the reasons I started my business. It's because I'm a veteran. Okay, I was in the army for roughly 10 years. If any of my battle buddies are watching this, no, I wasn't in it for exactly 10 years. But if I met you on the street, I don't want to have to explain my story in passing. So if for some reason anybody asks me, hey, did you serve in the military? I'd say, yeah, I served for 10 years. Okay. But mine was more like 8. 10 sounds better. It's better at marketing. And as a new business owner, I'm trying to be better at marketing. It's not lying. It's marketing. And we'll just call it that. But oh boy. Yeah. So anyway, I'm a veteran. I deal with mental health stuff. I see my psychologist and my counselor weekly. I also take my medication that was prescribed to me by my physician, and my medication works pretty well. It works pretty well. It's not perfect, and it leaves a little bit of room. There's room to be desired, whatever whatever the thing is. Either way, medication doesn't make me 100% uh, normal. And so, since I deal with anxiety, I was looking for stuff to help calm me down and get my thoughts together because my thoughts are all over the place. Um, but not like it is, not the ranting part. That's not the part of my mental health stuff. The bad thoughts, the thoughts about hurting people and going out and doing stuff that would land me in jail or land me in prison. Can't get rid of those thoughts on my own. I need medicine for it. Okay. Um, but sometimes the medicine that I take, I notice that I might, every now and again, I'll still get those thoughts, and not only do I get those thoughts, but they won't go away, and that's the issue. And so I remember the conversation I had with one of my mentors talking about CBD, and so I did a quick Google search, and I looked it up, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I got some, and it worked pretty well. It worked pretty well. And so it's like the way that I think about CBD, and this is how I market my CBD to everybody that I speak to about it, is it's like, if you remember that Febreze commercial where the lady was sweeping and mopping and she dusted her whole house and she looked at it and she was like, that's better. It just needs like one more little thing. And she found a little can of Febreze and she just sprayed a little bit and she was like, all right, now it's good. That's what I think about when I think of CBD. CBD is not going to fix your mental health struggles. You still need therapy, you still need counseling, but along with the therapy, along with the counseling, you need to see a physician. And if there's a prescription medication out there for you, you should use it. Do what your doctor is telling you to do. Okay. Do what your doctor is telling you to do. Um, However, if you notice that even with therapy and even with your medication, you might be getting better, but you still need a little something extra, um, you should try CBD. I did, and it worked for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for you, but you should try it. Um, yeah, and that's it. It's not a controlled substance anymore. CBD has great benefits, great anecdotal benefits, and it also has great scientifically uh, data data driven benefits too. And I'm gonna get into that in another video when I got more structure. But yeah, like and like and share this video. If you don't like and share it, then the word won't get out about how great CBD is and how beneficial it is. Um, and I used to, so here's another rant. This is the end of CBD thing. This is more about marketing. Um, I've learned, I used to watch videos on YouTube and I used to be like, why, after every video, they'd be like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button, share buttons here, and the subscribe buttons right here, and make sure you like it and click the bell so you know when my stuff is. I used to wonder why people do that. And now that I own this CBD company and I realize how many hoops I have to jump through to try and run ads, which is impossible. It's literally impossible to run ads for CBD on anything meta related, anything on Facebook or Instagram, whatever else Meta and Mark and them own, even though they might use it allegedly. I don't know them. I never met them, but usually when I think of the extremely wealthy, I think of people who don't have any boundaries, kind of do what they want. If they live that clean life, then they live it because they want to. And if they live the not clean life, like a Charlie Sheen, um, or like a what's his name, Johnny Depp. People who just use drugs. They just come out and say it. It's like they choose. They can do that because they can. There's no boundaries because they've reached a level. Um, but when you're a person like me who hasn't reached that level, um, you need all the help you can get. And so now I understand why people say like, share, and subscribe, because if you don't do it, the word ain't gonna get out, and that's legitimate. Um, so yeah, if you see other videos on YouTube that you like, actually hit the like button because it actually does help those people. Um, the way the algorithm works, the more likes you get, the more eyeballs you get. And the more eyeballs you get, the more people who would actually like your content will see it. Okay. Let's talk about, I'm about to rant again. All right. Let's talk about marketing. So I've made this video. I'm already live, right? And right now, literally no one is watching it. So I'm basically talking to myself. Um, I've got no likes. I've been talking for 19 minutes and 5 seconds. No viewers, no likes. However, if somebody randomly started watching this video and then they actually liked it and put a comment in, that's going to let YouTube's system, their algorithm, know that they should market this video to maybe a handful of people. And if that handful of people watch it, and then one of those people will watch and like and comment and share, it'll let YouTube know maybe two handfuls of people. Okay, because you can't know You can't know who's going to like your stuff and who's not going to like it. You just have to get enough eyeballs on you so that the pockets, okay, here's hands. There's pockets of people in the whole thing that are going to like you. And so I just need for the people who actually like this to like and subscribe and comment seriously so that I can get in front of more people um, and spread the message about CBD. And I can go on a little rant. Um, I can also sell my product that I created. Uh, Shout out to all the other veteran business owners. So if you support your veterans, like, share. This is how I guilt you. This is how I can guilt some people. Even I'm just joking, but it's like, if you love America, where's my if you love America, you will like, share, and subscribe and comment. Okay, that's my presidential look. Um, but yeah. Oh, uh, going back to my product. The company is called The Local American. It's kind of hard to see, but come on. Don't y'all look at my fingernails. There you go. Local American, live well locally, USA sourced CBD oil, peppermint flavor. This is the best flavor. Um, that's what most people buy, is the peppermint, just because it tastes the best. But I have lemon and unflavored too. You can put it in your smoothies and stuff, or you can just put it directly under your tongue. That's the best way to get it. But you can cook with it. You do all type of stuff with it. Um, but yeah, so with my product, I make sure that it's sourced and manufactured in America. So also, when you support my brand or any other USA sourced brand of CBD, or really any product you use, you're supporting the American economy. You're supporting other American citizens, hardworking people who are working in manufacturing or farming. You know, somebody's got to plant the hemp. Somebody's got to harvest it. So they got to plant it. They got to water it and feed it fertilizer. They got to make sure no bugs eat it. Then they got to harvest it and break it down, get all the fiber out of there, and go make tables and chairs out of the fiber. And then they got to squeeze a little bit of oil out of it, filter it, make sure it's all looking good and clear and such. Then they got to test it to make sure that there's no THC in it. And then once there's no THC in it, I get a certificate of analysis proving that there's no THC in it. So when you buy this, my local American CBD oil here, you can go to work, take a drug test. That's your drug test. Why? There's no THC in it. CBD's fine. All right, I've been talking long enough. We'll make more videos next week. All right, good night, people. Or good morning, good afternoon. It's 11:30. My baby is up. All right, I'm gone.